BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, yo, check this out. I got two topics that we're going to discuss today. They both kind of intermingle with one another. They both kind of exist in the same space. So I would like to have these conversations at the same time. The first conversation is this, just so we can be clear. Do you think Wack 100 is trying to bait NYC goons? The reason why I'm saying this is because ever since Wack 100 came out and jumped on that clubhouse, one of the main things that he keeps saying is that New York City is weak because they haven't slid on Tekashi yet. I just want to notice that's the point he's making. New York City is weak because they haven't slid on Tekashi yet. Why, he's also standing with Tekashi, by the way. I just want to just make all this. I don't understand this shit. I'm not here for this. I'm just a regular human being. I can't compute these type of mathematics. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just trying to. We're gonna do roll call at the 5-minute mark. I don't know what to tell you. So we're gonna have that conversation. I want to know everything that you guys think about that specifically. We're gonna have that conversation. Also, I want to have a conversation with you about something that the mayor of NYC, New York City, is currently doing. Mayor Eric Adams. I want to have a conversation about what's going on with him because he's literally doing something I said that needed to be done. One of the main things that we've been talking about since the inception of this channel, since this channel got on YouTube, one of the main things that we said that the community needs, Mayor Eric Adams has decided to put into effect. So I don't know if I'm just really a good politician, like for real, for real. Or if maybe Eric Adams saw some of the things that we doing over here and said, bingo, that's for the win. I have no idea. I doubt that happened, though. I doubt that happened, though. We're going to do roll call at the 5-minute mark. So everybody put your comments down right now. At the 5-minute mark, we're doing roll call. So those are the conversations that we want to have because I think that both of these conversations exist in the same space. Because not only are we going to be talking about that aspect of what's going on with Eric Adams, but also we just need to talk about New York City in general. Because when I tell you that it is getting insane out here and the precautions that are now going to possibly be coming and taken into place in order to try to ensure the safety of the civilians is going to an all-time high. They got this new thing where they're thinking about actually putting like walls and doors up to prevent people from being able to access the train where the train is at until the train actually gets there. Y'all know that, right? That they're considering that in New York City now to stop people from getting pushed in the train. You get what I'm saying? People have been getting pushed into the train track so often that now that they believe by that one of the things that's needed is a wall there to stop that from happening. Also, just so we could be clear, because so many people have been getting pushed into the train tracks, the NYPD has also started removing all derelict individuals from the subway system. So that's the second way into it plays into it. Anyway, we have the 5-minute mark. Let's do roll call real quick. What up to Shakar SP? This is BBN. Salute. What up to Elements Gaming, haven't seen you in a while. He says, "What's up, Frost? All is well with you. All is well with you and yours too, my brother. Salute. You already know what it is. What up, Kingsley? He says, good morning, Jake, and he's dropping all of those Frosts. We always love the Frost, my brothers and sisters. I got some shit that I want to play for y'all real quick before we even start the show. I was gonna have this queued up into the main jump off, but I decided not to. I said, you know what? We're just gonna do it like this. Let me turn the speaker on real quick. I want y'all to understand something, right? When you're smart, when you're smarter than the person that's trying to do bad to you, they can't. They have to say that you're crazy. I'm just explaining something to you. I'm trying to help people out there who are in toxic relationships. When you're in a toxic relationship and those people are trying to control you, what they're going to try to tell everybody else is that one, you're a liar, and two, you're crazy. You see, if they can't say you're a liar, they're going to say you're crazy until they can convince people that you're a liar. They're trying to manipulate the environment around you to put you in a box so you're isolated. Once you're isolated, they feel like they could control you, and if they can't control you, at least they could destroy your life. So listen, y'all all know who I want y'all to listen to somebody smarter than me explain this, because this is literally what I've been explaining. So I got somebody smarter than me to explain this. And this is no question that this man is smarter than me. There's no question. Let me make sure that I go get his name first. I forgot his name. Fucking Dr. Boyce Watkins. Pardon me. There's no question that this man is intelligent. So I want y'all to hear what this man says. Listen to this. Listen. Listen. He's much smarter than me.
Kids. Now, a lot of people love their kids, but they don't care about their kids. Now, what's the difference? Well, I can.
Listen, pay attention. What the fuck, yo? Hold on. I know what the problem is. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want y'all to listen to this. This is somebody way smarter than me. Basically, he's going to say everything that I've been saying, but in a way better way.
A lot of people don't care about their kids. Now, a lot of people love their kids, but they don't care about their kids. Now, what's the difference? Well, I could love a car. I could love this jacket. I could love, I could love the weather, right? But that doesn't mean I care about this jacket. If this jacket gets destroyed, I'm just going to replace and get a new one. If my car gets wrecked, I get a new car. So I love the car, but I don't care about the car. Well, what does it mean to care about something? Caring about something means that you're willing to make a sacrifice for that thing. It's more selfless. It means I'm going to do what's necessary to make sure you're well off, even if it's not in my best interest. Like my mother used to say, even if you hate me, even if you don't like me, I'm going to do what's required to make sure I raise you right and teach you right so that you can succeed in this world. A lot of people, when you look at the way, for example, people cut the child off from the other parent, those are people who might love their kids, but I don't know if they care about their kids. Or parents who keep their kids too close to where they can't be independent. You love your child because you need them, but do you really care about your child? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear what you think. Peace.
I just want to play that for everybody. That says, so y'all can understand what the issue is. Alright? I think that he says it, that's a man that's a lot smarter than me. And he's explaining to y'all what the issue is better than I can ever. But that's basically what I've been trying to explain this whole entire time whenever we're talking about certain parties. If you can't be positive, you can at least be quiet. With that being said, let's get to the show. First, I want to say this. I want to put a poll up first before we go any further. I want to put a poll up. Do you think? Uh, let's see. Wack 100 is trying to bait. Oh, bait doesn't need a capital. Bait NYC rappers or NYC goons with 6ix9ine, right? Nah, I do a second one. Just I do a third. I do a third option just because, right? Boom, maybe so. Let's go. What up, David Miller? He said, "Why would you say over and over that this man is smarter than me?" Um, do you know what humility is? Humility is recognizing something that is an actual fact. You do know that, right? Humility is recognize. Okay, so this is humility. I could only hit a baseball 260 feet. You could hit the ball 360 feet. Humility is me acknowledging that. You do know that, right? You do know what being humble is. You do know what humility is. Are you asking me why am I being humble? Why am I showing humility? Is that your question? Because that's what your question is, by the way. I'm just letting you know. Your question is literally why am I being humble and why am I showing humility, Mr. David Miller? I don't know. Maybe it's just part of my character. What up, No Limit War? He says morning. Other than that, I can't explain to you why I would be showing humility and being humble. Other than it just being literally just part of my character because I wasn't even thinking about it till you mentioned it. Got any more on the topic? Put it in the chat. I ain't gonna stop you. Notice I said on the topic. With that being said, just so we could speak on that, that's literally everything that I've been saying. I'm just saying that that person was able to eloquently say it much more eloquently than I was, proving that he is smarter than me in that particular topic. I mean, the proof was right there. So if you don't want me to acknowledge the proof, have humility, or be humble, I don't know what to tell you. Those are three things. What the fuck kind of person y'all want me to be? What the fuck, man? Hold on. Is this your theme song? I'm just curious.
Team slurp, boom, boom. Team slurp, boom, boom. Team slurpity, slurpity, slurp, boom, boom. Team slurp, boom, boom. Team slurp, boom, boom. Team slurpity, slurpity, slurp, boom, boom. Why do y'all think Jack Frost nuts is so delicious?
I'm just saying, you might be part of Team Slurp, homie. So you can't help it. You ask questions like that. Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurpity, Slurpity, Slurp. You probably part of Team Slurp, so you ask those type of questions. So I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to Team Slurp in here. So angry that I have humility and I'm actually a humble individual. Shout out to Team Slurp being angry about that. Let's get to the show. So first, just so we can be clear, I want to know what you guys think. Shakar SP says, I believe it's a bit of yes and no. It If it makes sense, Wack is trying to keep the onus off of him and therefore has to deflect it back to the original responsibility of NY Goons. That makes sense. That makes perfectly good sense. I'm not saying I specifically agree to it, but now that you've mentioned it, you know that's something to take. I think that there's a conversation there. That makes sense. What up? I have no idea how to say your name. Tiamulik? Tiamonic? I don't know, man. It's just the Illuminati thing going on there. Is that just the Illuminati with like anagram? It's just like mixed up the letters of Illuminati and just made a different word. That's what you did, right? So you just like mixed up I forgot what they call that shit. You just take a word and you just change it, but that's really just all the letters for Illuminati, right? Shout out to you. What up, Jay Hodges? He says morning BB and fam and Jay Cruz. I never actually looked at your name before. I'm like, what the fuck does this shit look like this for? Why does that look like Illuminati? Oh shit, that's what he did. We got the vote going. 4 minutes in, we got 10 people that already voted. It says, "Do you think Wack 100 is trying to bait NY City goons with 6ix9ine?" One of the best responses I have so far, I believe it's a bit of yes and no, if it makes sense. Wack is trying to keep the onus off of him, and therefore it has to reflect back to the original responsibility of the New York City goons. I think it's irresponsible for anyone. Shout out to the business dropping all of those fools. I think it's irresponsible for anyone to be encouraging violence in the street of any kind. So I think in the hierarchy of, I don't think it absolves Wack 100 of any of whatever he's doing by saying, well, the NYC dudes didn't take him out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that absolves him. I don't think that removes any of the blame if somebody thinks that he's doing something that deserves any blame. I don't think that removes any of it. I don't personally think he's doing anything that deserves any blame. I don't think he's wrong for what he's doing. If he has a certain position in whatever career, whatever, the entertainment business, whatever, and somebody comes to him and they need his or they would like for his services, I don't see him, and he doesn't have anything personally against the person to why he wouldn't want to work with the person. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to work with the person. I think that the individuals that's mad that he's working with the person, I think that they're a bigger issue. There's so many, how many people, how many of these young rappers been killed since Tekashi got out? Y'all talking about Tekashi snitching more than y'all talking about stop killing these young rappers. This shit I don't understand. I just seen Mike Son drop a dope ass verse though. Go to Mike Son page. I think that we reshared it the other day on our BB and Instagram. I don't know if I could play it here. I wouldn't want to get into any on a day that we have some kind of, we have rappers and we have we're playing music on the day that we're playing music. Like some people got some spots and we're playing music. Maybe I'll play the clip of it on Instagram that day if I remember. But from Instagram that I saw, if I remember. If I remember. But back to what we was talking about real quick. What up, Nikki Love? She says, good morning. Listen and pay attention. Because this video is literally, I didn't have nothing to talk about. This is a slow news weekend. People are bullshitting on all the channels. There's nothing to talk about. I really wanted to talk about the violence in New York, but I wanted to talk about something. I didn't want to talk about something so grim. Now, what I want to say is this, and I want to just be clear on this. I'm not against people talking about Tekashi's a snitch. I'm not against people being angry that Tekashi's a snitch. I believe that if you are angry that Tekashi's a snitch, you have a right to be. I'm also a person that believes that if you want to be racist, if you want to be a bigot, that's up to you. What I'm saying is this. I don't want to hear that Tekashi is destroying the youth when there's rappers that's killing other rappers. Literally killing other rappers. If you don't think that that rapper is having more of a harmful influence on the youth than Tekashi, I don't know what to tell you. Do I think snitching is terrible? I wouldn't do it. But you got fucking Tekashi. He snitched. It's terrible. But I tell you what I do before I snitch. I kill it. Pardon me. I snitch before I kill a nigga. Before I kill a nigga, if I had to choose between killing a nigga for nothing, over nothing, over fucking bullshit words over nothing, before I choose to kill a nigga over nothing, I'll snitch. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Before I choose to take that man or that woman or that child or that parent or that aunt or that uncle away from their whole entire family forever, before I choose to do that, I do the other thing. See, I think niggas' priorities is mixed up. That's what I think it is. I think niggas' priorities is mixed up. I think niggas is too busy trying to figure out how they gonna be the toughest dude on the block. I think niggas' priorities is mixed up. That's my point. That's my position. I think not everybody, but I think that there's too many people concerned with being the toughest dude on the block. Am I for snitching? No, I'm against it. 100% against snitching. But I'm more against killing our brothers and sisters. So I'm tired of hearing about how much we hate Tekashi. I'm just tired of hearing about it. Can we talk about how much we don't want to kill each other in the hood? Y'all can make fucking 20 Tekashi videos in a month. All the Tekashi content, but you can't make no content talking about don't kill each other brothers and sisters in the hood over rap. Y'all can't talk about how, yo, some of these chicks out here is trifling. And they out here trying to get back at niggas by banging they ops. And now niggas is killing each other's behind that. Nobody talking about that though. When is that gonna be a conversation? When is it gonna be a conversation how many niggas is dying because some chick got mad at her man and went and banged his ops? How many, when? When are we gonna have that conversation? King Vaughn? When are we gonna have that conversation? Are we gonna have that conversation? I'm curious. But no, we gonna have the Tekashi conversation forever. We gonna have the snitching conversation forever. But as soon as we start talking about we gotta stop killing each other over nonsense, we're not gonna have that conversation. As soon as we gotta start discussing why some of these beefs have actually started, we're not gonna have that conversation. All of those conversations is out the window. Any conversation that deals with progress. Any conversation that deals with growth. Once we start having a conversation dealing with growth, here come the trolls. Once we have a conversation dealing with progress, here comes the trolls. Once we start doing something that's going to help bring abundance, here comes the trolls. So I don't know about this position. And I don't know if I care. I don't know if I care for Wack 100 keep pushing it. I think this is something that we have to stop pushing. And not so much because I think something is going to happen to Tekashi, because I don't think anything is going to happen to him. The reason I think we need to stop pushing it because I think there needs to be different focuses. Is that fair? We need to make room for healing. Right? Am I wrong? I think we should make room for healing. Nikki Love said rappers only rap about other men and pills. Shaking my head. I think that we rap about instant gratification. And one of the things that men are just quite frankly caught up in is envy. Right? People in general, our culture is based on so much envy. How do you think they keep capitalism moving? If you're not envying what your neighbor have, you're not gonna buy the newest model. I mean, I'm just keeping it a stack. Is this? I mean, we can have this conversation. This is not a conversation that we can't have. But that's what our country is built on, right? Envy. You get a car, that guy get a bigger one. You get a house, that guy get a fancier one. Right? You get a camera, that person get a more expensive one, right? You got a nice fit, that person gets one with more name brands, right? That's what our culture is based on. Capitalism. Envy. I mean, if I'm wrong, like, let me know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe somebody else's perspective, maybe somebody else's position to give me a better perspective. Or a different one. So I don't expect a rapper that's owned by the industry, owned by brands, owned by other people to do anything but push the other people's agenda. If I'm owned by those people, I'm only gonna get paid when I do the thing those people tell me to do, right? They're not gonna pay me for doing some other random shit. They might actually penalize me for doing some other random shit. How often do you hear about these rappers that can't drop albums? Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the actual conversation. So I want to see more rappers come out and talk against this shit. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of these older rappers are secretly happy that these young niggas is killing each other. I promise you. A lot of these older rappers, they probably not even making music no more. They're not happy. I'm not gonna say that. That's not fair. But they don't want to stop it. Because the more young niggas that kill themselves, the more their career means something. You know, it's something when you could say he was 10 years in the game. How many years could TK say he in the game? TK is the only artist I think that ever went platinum and never performed this song ever. He's never gonna perform his song. Not as a free man. He's probably performing it locked up somewhere, thinking he the man. They sitting back with him right now. He talking about all those people that he was a part of killing. That was a whole savage. That's not we're gonna be savage on his nuts now, Team Slurp. Then the nigga went to jail and immediately tried to start up a whole new gang. I mean, shout out to him. He's ambitious. So I want to let y'all know what they doing in New York City. Because this is a New York City conversation, whether y'all realize it or not. Mayor Eric Adams has decided that he's going to have this new initiative where he's going to be opening up programs for the youth. And I think they're going to be opened up in a manner that the youth are going to be able to also, where adults are going to also be able to go, and they're going to be able to have the community more the community, like it's going to be like a community like center. I'm not sure where they're going to be holding it at. I'm assuming they're going to be holding it in the schools. To a degree, that's where they need to be held at. I think more things need to be done at the schools and at school facilities. Those facilities are much more easy for people to be able to post guards and things like that in, and for to have access denied in certain exits. I think that access denied to certain parts of the school so we can keep people centralized. I think that they need to start doing that. Now, I also think, and this is just me talking, I think that most New York City parks should have at least one, depending on the acreage. I think it should have at least one, like one of them booths, posts where they keep some police, where police can use as a like a resting spot. You understand what I'm saying? I got like ports in there for electricity, keep them warm in the winter, shit like that. I think we need to have those things in our community. These are things that I think that we need to have. Because I'm going to say something, and I just want to be 100% clear on something. Not everyone wants to live in motherfucking Mad Max, the Mad Max world. No, not everybody want to live in that. You got niggas that want to live in the Mad Max world. They want no police, no law and order. They just want to be able to do everything that they want to do. But they don't realize there's always a bigger fish. That's literally the theme of Star Wars, by the way. For everybody that don't know. There's an ongoing theme in Star Wars, just in general. And the ongoing theme, and if you watch all the movies, you'll see it pop up all the time. And there's always a bigger fish. Always a bigger fish. And that's when niggas is not realizing. There's always a bigger fish. Once I realized that shit, my whole life changed. Always a bigger fish, man. Whole life changed. Just a whole nother random thing I want to say real quick. When I was graduating from high school, so I go to a college, Liberty University, and so obvious I go there. It's in Lynchburg, Virginia. So I go there. It's a Christian college, by the way. Just so you can know, I've always been on this type of time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a Christian college, by the way. Bible thumpers go there. People that's in search of God go there. Alright? That's the only college that I actually... Anyway. Um, when I went there, they all thought I was some kid from Texas. I had to set them straight because they saw me play basketball. And they had some new recruit that was supposed to be coming from Texas that was supposed to be the man. But I had to have a couple of games. I was playing with the team, and then I put them on who I was, and they was like, "Oh shit!" I should have went. I should have went. Like I should have went. Like this would be a whole different conversation. This would be a whole different conversation. Like I don't even. I would. This be this. We wouldn't be here doing this right now. If I would have went, I would have went to the A. If I would have went, I would have went to the A. We wouldn't be doing this right now. Promise you, we wouldn't be doing this right now. We would not be doing this. I would have been in the A. Promise you. I just was never thought life was important. So when I had that opportunity, I just didn't think nothing of it. Shout out to Black Cuddy. Salute to the Black Spades. This is good morning at Jack Frost. Dropping all those Frost. What up, Sean the Sean? Dropping Frost is what up, Frost. I just didn't think life was important. So I didn't think the opportunity meant anything. That's all. What do you think Wack 100 is trying to bait NYC goons with 6ix9ine? 28 people voted. 46% said yes. 25% said no. 29% said maybe so. We're gonna keep that poll up. I want to know what you guys think. We're gonna keep it up. There's just something to know about me and shit. Like, for real, for real. I keep trying to tell people, no, and I be trying to tell you I really play basketball. I know niggas be thinking I'm capping. Every single thing I say I do, I do. Every single thing. And I'm ready to show niggas. I'm not ready to show. I do. I'm just not in the best shape right now. Because I worked out for a living. I exercised for a living. I used to. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not in the best shape right now. So, I can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting myself back in shape. Nikki Love says our people send $2.2 billion a year and we can have our own community money, etc. First of all, we can't have our community money, etc. First thing we have to do is remove the people that's trying to cause discourse. We have to remove all of the people that's part of Team Slurp before you could ever have any type of real shit going on. How could we come together whenever we try to come together, we're gonna have people in our community that is going to be predetermined to destroy anything that person make, or predetermined to destroy anything that person make, or like this already in their mind. So how can we build community? Because in order to build community, we need each other. So you might need me for something, but I got 18 people over there trying to destroy me, so I can't be there for you. Somebody might need you for something, but you got 18 people over there trying to destroy you, so you can't be there for that person. So that's the first thing that we need to unlearn, the hate. When we unlearn the hate, and then, you know, people start treating people from Team Slurp with the appropriate energy, then things change. We don't treat people that are destructive with the appropriate energy. We keep giving them passes. We keep trying to say, well, maybe they got a point. How could a nigga have a point that's just being destructive? How? Even when the Most High destroys something, he only destroys the create. How can anything that's just being destructive be sent by the Most High? Explain that to me. He destroyed the world with water. Water is the most life-giving element ever. Tell me where I'm wrong. Right? The flood with Noah, he did it with water. Right? Water is the most life-giving element there is. So pay attention to that. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, we have the purchasing power, we have the money, we have the resources, we have all of the things except for the inclination. That's what we don't have. We don't have the inclination to do the things that are necessary. We don't want to kick the people out the house that don't belong in it. We want to keep everybody in the crib and make everything work. Sometimes you got to kick the motherfuckers out that ain't moving in the right direction. That's a fact. And until we're ready to kick them niggas out that's not moving in the right direction, we gonna have motherfuckers like Herschel Walker. Y'all heard about Herschel Walker? Yeah, did y'all hear about Herschel Walker? Who here has heard about Herschel Walker? Do I gotta put you on about Herschel Walker? Let me see if I got the fucking clip. Do I gotta put you? If I don't got the clip, I'm gonna go find it real quick. Do I gotta put you on about Herschel Walker? You gonna have Herschel Walkers out this bitch? I'm hoping I got the clip. Do I got the clip? Nah, I don't got the clip because the shit was so fucking bananas. I couldn't believe the nigga was saying it. Hold on one second. God dang it, she is so luxurious, so pretty. It's the eyes, it's the eyes. It's the eyes and the eyebrows. She just pretty. She just pretty. Sometimes I be forgetting that I like light skinned girls. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I be forgetting. I like light skin girls, but I mean, I'm really into brown skin chicks. Like, really, really into brown skin chicks. Sometimes I be forgetting I like light skin girls, and then when I remember, it's just like it's mind blowing. It's like my whole brain be like, "Oh shit, I forgot about these guys." Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. Says good morning, BBN fam Jack. I forgot who had the fucking post up. Was it? Anyway, I'll tell you what happened. Herschel Walker. Y'all know who Herschel Walker is, right? Herschel Walker is the football player from the 80s. He was drafted by the I think the Minnesota or some shit like that. Then he was traded. He was drafted by the Cowboys and he was like traded to like some team, and then the trades, the picks that the team that traded him got was the picks that was used to get Troy Aikman and get Emmitt Smith. It was like some shit like that. Like Dallas traded him, and with the trades that they made, then they was able to turn those trades into like big good shit. Anyway, Herschel Walker, considered at one point to be the greatest college running back of all time, just so you can know who we're talking about. He's black, by the way. Shout out to Ben Roman. This is good morning, Frost. I don't see the purpose of baiting NYC goons when he's a Pyru. That's counterproductive. I agree. Hold on, we're gonna get back to that. Give me 1 second. Herschel Walker says that he's running for a governor or some shit, and I don't know what the fuck he's running for. I pray he don't win. He was traded to the Eagles. Yeah, whoever he was traded to. No, he wasn't traded to the Eagles. Herschel Walker. Was he on the Eagles? He was on the Eagles. But I don't think this was when he was on the Eagles. He was on like 3 or 4 different teams, man. I'm talking about his first trade. Matter of fact, it wasn't even his trade. Pardon me. It was the draft pick was traded. I forgot what was traded. Hold on. Fuck that shit. Look, listen, man. He goes and have a conversation and says he doesn't want critical race theory taught in schools. And then he said, what is critical race theory? Let me tell you what critical race theory is real quick for everybody that don't know what critical race theory is. That's schools teaching about slavery. That's literally just schools teaching that slavery exists. You heard? That schools literally just teaching slavery exists. Herschel Walker, a black man, doesn't want slavery taught. He's a part of motherfucking Team Slurp. I promise you. That's the type of shit niggas like that is on. Hold on. DM says, I don't think Wack baiting him, just speaking the truth, hurting feelings, but where's the lie? Alright, so I'm gonna explain to you. So you think baiting is lying? Nobody said he was lying. Who said he was lying? You trying to change the definition of what we're saying in order to try to be right about something? Or you having a totally different conversation that you're going to try to segue into, and that's what because this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Nobody said he was lying. That part of your conversation, what we said baiting. Nobody said he was lying. Did anybody explain this comment to me? Because maybe it's above me. Maybe it's above me. Also, I just want to be clear about something. This person might not know what baiting is. No, they know what baiting is. I think they're trying to have a totally different conversation. I'm just going to make it hard for you to get to that conversation, Team Slurp. And then I'm going to play your theme song and kick you. So figure out how you're going to get to that conversation that you're trying to get to, because you're obviously not having the same conversation we're having. The business says they want to whitewash all the atrocities certain white people committed in history. I want you to understand something. They're trying to steal the one identity that we have. If black people don't have the identity of being slaves, what identity do we have? They're trying to steal our identity. When you abuse someone, abuse them and abuse them and abuse them and abuse them, and then later on, after you're done abusing them, you try to tell them that they can't talk about it ever, what are you doing? Baiting is not lying. Stop. Baiting is not lying. Baiting and lying is not synonymous. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, could we have more intelligent people do more comments than the people who don't know English? I know people think that I'm insulting people all the time, Well, come on, man. They can't come in here and think that baiting and lying is synonymous and I not rip them apart. Like, you got to be smarter than that. Ben Roman says, if anything, he should be on the lookout. Ben Roman says, if anything, he should be on the lookout for lining 6ix9ine up at the end of the day. 9 Trey and Wack fall under the same umbrella, Buds. I think that's a big reason why a lot of people are wondering why he's taking the position that he's taking. Not nothing. I mean, I would be. I mean, I'm kind of am. I mean, I'm not. DM says, I am saying they might not like what he's saying, but I don't think he's purposely baiting them. Okay, so let's say nobody is talking about something, and then you bring something up and nobody is talking about it, and it's incendiary. How is that not baiting someone on purpose? Just explain that part to me. Explain how no one could be talking about something. Nobody's talking about anything. Right? Explain to me how no one could be talking about something that's incendiary, and you know that it's going to be a hot topic, that's going to be it's going to be a situation where people are going to be on opposite ends of the spectrum, and it's going to be a heated conversation. It's going to have people angry and upset, and somebody might get hurt. Nobody's talking about it, but you bring it up. How is that not baiting? Explain it. Explain how that is not baiting. I'm just here. I'm listening. I'm here for it. It's a topic that if this topic comes up, people are going to get upset. Some people might get hurt. Nobody's talking about it. Somebody brings it up. Tell me how that's not baiting. I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'm sitting here. I'm waiting. Give me 1 second. I'm going to move on while you explain yourself, by the way. You could be baiting somebody with a lie. You could be baiting somebody with something that's the truth. You could be baiting somebody with anything. Like, you could be baiting somebody with a lie or the truth. I'm just saying that they're not synonymous. The baiting is bringing up something that's going to create an issue. That's baiting. You're bringing up something that's going to upset people and cause an issue. It's baiting. It's independent of whether it's true or false. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Be right back. We're gonna go to a quick. We're gonna go to a video real quick. We'll be right back. If I can find the damn video.
Yeah. 206, yeah, I love my city. That's right. Call a couple homies, want y'all come roll with me. Right. Cruising through the city in the 300. Car filled with smoke, cause I blow that dro. Never on the low, I ain't got no tents. Bring a couple Dutches, I don't smoke out of pins. And you ain't hitting this unless you family or friend. Bitch niggas want a trip, though they didn't chip in. I keep a circle small. No offense, but I don't fuck with y'all. So I just proceed to hit gas and breeze through the city, call the town where I lay it down something legal. And we gon' ride out to the west side of Seattle, that's where I hide out. Take it back to my house, and we can chill. Set the vibe right, set the vibe right. That's right, now roll up. And we gon' ride out to the west side of Seattle, that's where I hide out. Take it back to my house, and we can chill. Set the vibe right, now tell me just how you feel. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. West side nigga in the S5 fifth. Hannah flipping cake cause the West side grits. A tap out session, just a lesson from me. We getting tangled in each other, she be wetting my sheets. She always playing games while she messing with me. If a nigga working hard, she caressing my feet. A nigga known to get it, no recession with me. I'm flipping racks and get it back, I'm just a blessing to be. Yeah, out here grinding on a sunny day, chasing down the racks cause I never make the money wait. I be moving, doing what I'm doing, never get caught slipping cause I'm tying up the loose ends. Rack after rack, then I see another. Black on black, sitting comfortable in peanut butter. Night vision, and you see the back seats recline. If we ever talking west side, you can see it's
feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know. I feel like Seattle on a sunny day. I wanna go outside and play. And anything goes. What I'm gonna be doing, man, I really don't know.
Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Seattle, Washington, out here doing things. Yeah, so I just want to know if y'all think he's baiting. That's it. I'm not saying whether he's lying. I'm not saying whether he's telling the truth. I just don't want people to just mix up the two and say they're going to vote one way because they think he's lying or vote a different way because they think he's telling the truth. I just want you to know that whether he's lying or whether he's telling the truth, that shouldn't factor into your decision. That's one. Two, tell me an opportunity that New York City goons would have had an opportunity to do something to him in the first place. He's not even in New York City. It's not like this nigga lived down the block and you like, yo, this nigga lived in fucking Parkchester or some shit and he's walking around like everything is cool. That's not what's happening. Yeah, that's not what's happening. He's not living in New York City. He lives like in Florida or Miami or some shit, and then he stays other time part time in like California or some shit. So he's not even in New York City. Could you explain to me what New York City goons are supposed to do? First, find out what his itinerary is. Then after they find his itinerary, then what are they supposed to do? They supposed to then go get some plane tickets, right? Hold on. And then after they get some plane tickets, then what they gonna do? They gotta go get their disguises, right? Because, you know, they got to get their disguises after they get to wherever they're going to do the killing at, right? So then they got to get their disguises, right? They got to put the plan together. Yes, it actually is on YouTube. Go check it out. Bad Man and Cannibal. Cannibal. It's Bad Man. Go look this up. It's actually on YouTube. That's a fact. Go look those guys up. It's Foot in the Ass Entertainment. The second guy that rapped. That was Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Shout out to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Foot in the Ass Entertainment and the little Foot in the Ass Entertainment that might already been out the oven. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I know it was baking. Shout out to all the entertainments. Every last one of them. What we at? 49-minute mark. Whatever y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Yo, the weather in New York City got me so pissed off right now. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks so nice. Like the sun. And then I'm looking and the shit say 40 degrees. Is this shit real? Yeah, go look them up on the internet. Cannibal, Foot in the Ass Entertainment. He's the one that does our theme song, Bags. Like, is this shit real? Give me 1 second. I want to look out the door. I'm an old black person. Who else do this? Who else do this? Who else do that? Go look outside. You be like, yo, how's the weather? You look outside. Yeah, because I hate it. It's kind of brisk outside, I guess. It's cold. Shit's crazy. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. I thought I had a hoodie on. You saw me. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. What up to Mel? He says, Wack just trying to hype the situation up, but 6ix9ine really be in New York, seeing 6ix9ine 3 a.m. in the airport back in February. Well, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't never come to New York. People got to come to New York at some point, especially if you do any kind of big business. Just like you got to go to LA at some point if you're doing big business. These are just places that you have to go. If you a rapper nowadays, you got to go to Atlanta at some point if you're doing big business, right? Memphis was turning into that also. So hold on. So I'm not saying he's never in New York. What I'm saying is he's not in New York to the degree where him being in New York is disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's one. Two, I don't even think him being in New York is disrespectful. There's niggas that snitch, and they still hang out with the same niggas they snitched on. Them niggas don't even know. There's niggas that snitch and be bunkmates with the nigga they snitched on. Don't even know. That's all I'm saying. Why did he just bring that up? I think that's the biggest question. We have a lot of gang violence going on in New York City. Yo, they had some. I just saw a video the other day. Check this out. New York City. He's trying to say New York City is soft because they didn't attack Tekashi. Do y'all understand how incredibly dangerous New York City is right now? Do you know how incredibly dangerous New York City is right now? Do you know how incredibly dangerous New York... Okay, so I'll tell you what happened to this young lady. She was walking to her crib or out her crib, and some dude just walked and choked her up and dragged her inside, choked her unconscious and raped her. I'll tell you another story. So this other lady went to the store with her dog, and some dude just walked in and blamed her and killed her. Alright, so let me tell you another story. So, this just happened the other day, apparently. Also, not for nothing. Some lady was just walking out of her building, and two dudes just ran up on her with knives and just robbed her, and she had her kid with her little baby toddler that she was walking with. So this is what New York City is going on. Hold on, let me tell you some other stuff going on in New York City right now. They have such a big problem with people pushing other people on into the front of trains in New York City. It's such a big problem. People pushing other people in front of trains that they're thinking about putting up fucking a whole partition there now with doors to make it so that you can't push people onto the tracks. So I think Japan did something similar, but they did it because people was jumping into the tracks and committing suicide. They wasn't doing it because people was trying to. I think it was a suicide thing back in Japan. I think that happened like back in like a long time ago, like in the early aughts or the late 90s. But yo, look, listen, pay attention. So New York is not weak. New York is not soft. That New York is not, or whoever has the problem with Tekashi 6ix9ine is not overtly out there trying to chase him down to help themselves go to jail and get their whole entire gang in Rico. I don't understand. I don't see that that's an issue. I personally think that if you have an actual issue with Tekashi 6ix9ine, you should just stay as far away from the motherfucker as possible. Don't talk about him. Stay away from him. That's what I personally think you should do. Because if something does happen to him, the first people that are going to be blamed is the people that's out here running their mouths the most, right? We do know that that's how the FBI and the police operate now. First thing they do is go to your social media. What's the first thing that's going to be on your social media? This nigga, old bitch ass nigga, I'm going to kill him. It's going to be on the social media, right? You're going to have a million videos about all of the negative things that you think about this man. The police is going to say, yep, he could have did it. That's going to be all they need. That now they start pinning it on you. So shout out to all of you niggas that be on that type of time. All of you. Shout out to you guys. I don't know what to tell you. I think that you should remove yourself from those type of times. But, I can't tell you what to do. Yes, I do think that they're trying to... Tamal says Wack just trying to hype the situation up, but 6ix9ine really be... I do think that they're trying to keep 6ix9ine's name active and out there in the world. I do think that they might feel like he's missing a wave right now. I do feel like that's happening, and I do feel like they have to figure out a way to keep his name relevant. But there's a ton of ways to keep his name relevant other than bringing up that people want to kill him. I think that that's lazy. I think that there's way more creative ways to do it where he can actually be on the winning end and not on the losing end. I think that they're just trying to I think that they're trying to use all of the ways that normally the industry works. Those ways are not going to work for him. They're going to have to think so far outside of the box. They're going to have to come up with something new. Shakar SP says, for Wack to say anything in regards to killing someone in New York City is totally irresponsible on his part. Thank you, Shakar. Fucking thank you. Fucking thank you. Sometimes I be in here having conversations with dudes and they be saying shit. And I be like, do I got anybody in here that... And, I mean, I be knowing y'all be in here, but y'all just don't be wanting to comment. But I be thinking, do I got anybody in here that is thinking about this, like, not thinking about it at its base level? Like, can we stop thinking about everything at its base level? I think that that's an issue. Like, people think about whatever the fuck they thinking about, but they think about it using the lowest common denominators. They don't think about it using any type of complicated thought or complicated problem solving skills. And that's why I be getting frustrated, because I really do sometimes feel like I'm talking to high school kids. Not you guys in general. I'm talking about sometimes those are the only people that comment. The people that got I feel like I'm talking, and that's why I be so incredulous sometimes. I just can't believe it. So many what ifs involved. Shakar SP said, for Wack to say anything in regards to killing someone in NYC is totally irresponsible on his part. I agree. So many what ifs involved. What if a stray bullet hits a kid? That's a fact. What if a walk by stranger gets hit? Besides that, just in general, we shouldn't be promoting the murder of anyone. Think about it right now. They want Tekashi murdered because some people committed actual crimes and he's accused of snitching on them. What up, Oceanic vibes? I'm going to be clear on this. We're talking about killing someone who we're not saying lied and put people in jail, but we're saying they told the truth and actual criminals went to jail. We're talking about killing this person. Good luck trying to get other people to help put actual criminals away if we just start allowing for anybody that become a witness against somebody, whether they're a snitch or whether they're just a regular witness, and we're just allowing for all witnesses. Do you understand why this is just, it's just irresponsible? The people that attack 6ix9ine in general are usually doing it in a very irresponsible manner. It's irresponsible to say some of these things that they're saying. Like, what the fuck, yo? But let something happen to their loved ones. They gonna be wanting niggas to tell. They gonna be wanting everybody to talk. Let somebody do something to their grandmother or do something to their kid. They gonna talk about how, no, I'm gonna handle that shit yourself. No, you not, nigga. You're not gonna handle shit yourself. You're gonna go right to the police or you're gonna end up putting yourself in jail. That's it. That's it. You're going to be talking right to the police, or you're going to be putting yourself in jail. That's it. Tell me what else you're going to be doing. We don't go to the police because you can't handle it. You go to the police so you don't have to go to jail. I heard somebody say that once. I can't remember entirely if it was a television show or if it was a movie, but I think I heard a television show and in real life. But I think I heard it in both instances, just so we could be clear. I don't know if the person that said it in real life got it from the cinema or whatever the fuck else I probably heard it from. But I heard that in real life too. I'm going to call the police because I don't want to go to jail. Oceanic Vibe says, Wack 100 married to a cop. Apparently. Nobody's comments is timed out. I don't have live chat on maybe. You just see me switch it to live chat. That might have been the issue. Or you might have been saying words. No, I switched it to live chat. And it dubbed you. How? No, there you go. No, you're not being timed out, homie. I haven't. You could see me on the screen. You could see the thing on the screen. I didn't time nobody out. I didn't time you out. You could see whether I time people out. I got the chat up on the screen. You could see I didn't time you out. So it's not me. What up, King Alfie says, Frost, BBN, salute. Shakar SP said, big question, Frost. Why are not they saying anything in regards to CEO Chris? He has an issue informant. Because look, I know why they're not talking about CEO Chris. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. But me telling you why they're not talking about CEO Chris isn't going to add anything to the conversation. But you are right. They need to be talking about CEO Chris. Wack 100 can literally talk about CEO Chris. That's the main people that they should be talking about. They just refuse not to. Like I keep saying, they're just doing things wrong. I'm just kicking Nikki Love. There you go. Go get another account. Can we play the Team Slurp theme song?
Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp, boom, boom. Why do y'all think Jack Frost nuts is so delicious?
Shout out to Team Slurp. These guys is always hanging around, slurping on the nuts. Anyway, you can't do nothing about it. There's nothing I'm gonna do. They're gonna be on my dick to the day I die. There's nothing I can do about it. Oceanic Vibes says CEO Chris was Mexican too. Shaking my I don't know about CEO Chris being Mexican, homie. I don't know about him being Mexican. I do not know about CEO Chris being Mexican. Stop it. CEO Chris was Mexican too. Shaking my head. Treyway got taken down by 2 Hispanics. Do you even know people in Treyway? Do you know how many people in Treyway speak Spanish or of Spanish heritage? Do you know how many people of Treyway speak Spanish and are of Spanish heritage? You think only black people are in Treyway? You think only black people are Bloods? Then you don't know New York City. I'm just saying that to be respectful. What up to Sean Rush in Washington? These guys, it's Team Slurp, man. Pay attention to what they talk about. They don't talk about content. They only talk about shit people on my dick would talk about, right? They don't come in here and say about Tekashi this or Meg the Stallion that. They don't never do that. They come in here and say, I'm a bitch ass nigga. They just come in here talking about me. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. I can't do nothing about that. I don't know what to tell you, man. Just pay attention. They never come in here and talk about the topic. They only come in here and talk about me, my family, my ex-girlfriend. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. He wipe my nose and shit. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. What are we talking about? Shout out to Team Slurp. No, did somebody erase his comment? I didn't erase his comment. No, nobody erased his comment. That's why he got kicked. Team Slurp. That's why she got kicked for lying. It was probably like 2 or 3 of them. They come in here and they talk to each other and shit. With that Ming E Rivers, all of a sudden Ming E Rivers showed up. All of a sudden, out of the clear blue, after we kicked out Nikki Love, Ming E Rivers showed up. Deshaun Washington showed up right after we kicked out that other guy. I just want to show y'all that once we kick people out, there's gonna be people that's gonna show up and say, "Hey, Jack, Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp." I'm just playing that song from now on. I'm not going back and forth with these assholes. Um, um, the other podcast is up. I just didn't post it because you can't find it. That don't got shit to do with me. What the fuck? The other podcast is up. It's called Another Podcast. Literally, it's up. It's already posted. Because you can't find it, that doesn't mean shit to do with me. Is Max B out yet? I don't know if Max B is out. That's just another thing you niggas lie about. So keep saying that it don't exist. Please keep saying it don't exist. Copy? Let the lie live. Oceanic vibes. I don't know if Max B is out. I think it's been longer than 12 years. Max B actually got some kind of reprieve. That's what you're talking about with the 12 years thing. When they decided that they was gonna change his years, that he was gonna actually be there, right? Yeah, boom. When they changed the years, he was gonna actually be there, right? So I'm not 100% sure. Just so we could be clear, I'm not 100% sure. Um, shit, I don't even know if the time frame came to the end and they're just not letting them go because there's just logistics that they got to go through. Sometimes it's just logistics, right? So I don't know. That's something to look into, not for nothing though. Anybody got anything on Max B? Send it to me. I'll make a concerted effort to look myself also. He got 75-12, but they looked at his case and they changed the shit around. Pardon me. They looked at his case. Did they look at his case after they gave him the 75-12 is what he got initially, right? For the break-in armed robbery shit, and I think somebody died or some shit like that. I think they looked at his case as of recently, a couple of years ago, and I think they readjusted his time. I'm not 100% sure about that. That's what I'm saying. Also, if he got 75, if he got 12 to 75, then that means that just because he got 12 years, that don't mean he's coming out. You got to be doing good time. You got to uh, be extremely proactive in getting certain types of rewards that's gonna allow for them to let you out on time or let you out early, right? Remember, they're not putting people in prison to. This prison is not fucking a fucking, how do you say, a camp. It's not a damn day. It's not a summer camp. I used to have a relative. I'm not gonna call their name, and they used to go to jail damn near every summer. At least I used to think they was going to jail every summer. Some of the summers they wasn't going to jail. They was just they was in another state, working. Okay, he got 75, and then they put the 75-12 because of his TV lawyer. His TV lawyer. Shout out to that guy. Okay, copy. So basically, you're saying that he's already served the 12, so he should be out. Then I don't know. I haven't seen him out. I think if Max B was out, he would be all over Instagram, wouldn't he? I'm just asking. If Max B was out, wouldn't Harlem be the first place he'd be at? He'd be all over Instagram, right? I'm just asking. So I haven't seen him, so I can't say that he's out or not. But also I understand that there's probably so much paperwork, and we don't know if he has time tacked on the 12 years. You understand what I'm saying? Because of some fights or because of some shit that happened in jail. We don't know if there was time tacked on to that 12 years. He might have 2 or 3 years tacked on to the 12 years. So therefore he might have a couple more months, right? Make sense? Make sense? Team slurp, team slurp, team slurp, team slurp. I was actually just singing that shit to myself this morning, and then I said, "Wait, hold on, this shit is dope." No, I think I was just kicking you because I might just be tired of the shit you talking about. Sometimes I just get tired of people being divisive, and I just kick them. No, oh, so that other account was you, so it was good I kicked that other account. No, I kicked that other account. I'm gonna kick this account too. Don't worry. You're about to say something any minute to get this account kicked too. I don't want to deal with you niggas' mental health issues no more. I'm tired. What I picked this up for? Oh no, this is another kid getting killed in the street. Police release photos of suspect accused of shooting a 3-year-old girl. This is what's going on in the street, and y'all niggas wanna and fucking Wack 100 is talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. This is my issue. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me show y'all this shit real quick. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. This is what's going on in New York City, man.
Turning now to the latest surge of gun violence in the city. Police have released new details about the suspect who shot a 3-year-old in Brownsville, Brooklyn. CBS 2's Thalia Perez has the new photos of the alleged gunman.
Police released new photos of the gunman, while last night we heard an emotional plea from the chief of department asking for the public's help in nabbing the suspect. Police say this is the lone gunman who opened fire outside of the Creative Minds daycare center, his hoodie bearing the words "Waves" on the back. Police say he's also wearing black jeans. Police say the suspect fired several shots at a 28-year-old man who was placing his 2-year-old son in the back of a car. A single bullet struck a 3-year-old child in the shoulder who was walking on the sidewalk with her father.
Someone knows him. Help us catch him before he shoots another child.
Police say it happened on Riverdale Avenue between Amboy and Thomas Boyle Streets. The suspect fled in this 4-door white BMW driven by someone else.
When do we come together as a community and as a city and say enough is enough? An 11-month-old child was shot 2 months ago. Last week, a 7-year-old child was shot.
Again, police say the 3-year-old and her father were not intended targets, and police say she suffered non-life-threatening injuries. This while police also tell us there's no description of the driver of the getaway car. Reporting from Brownsville, Brooklyn, Thalia Perez, CBS 2 News.
This dude shot at some people in front of a nursery where other people were picking up their children. Now, if somebody tell on this guy, niggas is gonna hate him for being a snitch. This dude shot a kid. But if you tell on him, you a snitch. So we gotta make sure. So us as a community, we have to be okay with this particular person being a free man that steps out in front of. This is the difference between our community and other communities. Are you listening? This is the difference between our community and other communities. See, other communities, they getting this nigga up out of here. He gotta go. You understand what I'm saying? Other communities gotta go. Copy? Our community, we gotta make sure that this person stays free. We gotta protect this person from the powers that be to make sure that they don't get no consequences. So I don't really expect anybody to catch this guy. He might kill a couple of more kids. He might kill some kids before, his time expires or before he goes to jail. So, shout out to him. I mean, I don't know. That is not a real shout out, by the way. Ben Roman says, when you get sentenced to 12 to... No, he didn't get sentenced 12 to 17. I got that wrong. Hold on. He didn't get sentenced 12 to 17. I got that wrong. I mean, 12 to 75. He got sentenced to 75 years, and then they commuted it to 12 years. Somebody else says, why is my son on this one? My son dropped the rap about talking about it. I would like to play it on the channel. I think I'm going to play it over here when we have one of those days where we have enough drops that it don't matter that the channel gets demonetized. When we have a lot of drops and it don't matter that the channel get demonetized, we have better shows because I can show better content. Because it don't matter that the show get demonetized. Somebody knows who this guy is. Somebody knows who this guy is. Somebody knows 100% who he is. He had a very distinctive jacket on. Somebody knows who he is. You can't say nobody don't know who he is. Shout out to Ben Roman with the $2 drop. He said, for a condom so that dick team eaters don't give me a STD. Appreciate you. We got the $2 drops coming back. Shout out to Ben Roman with the $2 drop. I guess we moved from $2 drops to slapping haters. He says, get a condom. Don't get an STD from these guys. Team Slurp. You don't know who they've been slurping on before. Like, y'all do understand that these dudes is just on my dick, right? Like, that's literally all it is. They're just on my dick. Imagine somebody getting upset at you because you don't respect the fact that they're on your dick. Just think about that for a minute. Somebody being mad at you because you don't show them the utmost respect for being on your dick. Just think about that. Also, let's get 5 to 10. Somebody put the Cash App in the chat. Just think about that for a minute. Some niggas pissed off at you. Mad at you. They never gonna fucking forget about you. Because they're pissed off at you for not giving them the respect they deserve for being on your dick. Like, these can't be first world problems. What the fuck, yo? These can't be first world problems, homie. Niggas hate Jack Frost, man. They like, Jack Frost is so fucked up, man. All we want to do is be on his dick. He know we team slurp. Slurpity slurp slurp. He know we just want to be on his dick. What's wrong with Jack Frost? That creamy milk chocolate. What we talking about? Put it in the chat. Oh, wow. I went to school 118. We had an hour and 18 minutes. Put it in the chat. What we talking about? I'm getting hungry, y'all. Who buying lunch today? Who buying lunch today? I'm getting hungry, y'all. Who buying lunch today? Yep, I'm saying who's buying lunch. Team Slurp, shut the fuck up and mind y'all business. Who buying lunch today? What up, your boy Jimmy Belcher? Yes, let me explain the poll again. Thank you, your boy Jimmy Belcher. Tell Tina I said hi. Appreciate you for coming in here and bringing the poll up. I forgot the poll was there. It says, do you think Wack 100 is trying to bait NYC goons with 6ix9ine? Basically, what's happening is Wack 100 is saying that New York City is weak because they haven't done anything to 6ix9ine yet. When he says things like that, do you think he's trying to bait New York City? That's basically what the question is. Please, let's get as many people on that vote as possible. What up, Nerve in Numbers? He says, what's good, Jack? I'm over here. I'm trying to keep myself away from Team Slurp. They're going to pop up in the chat a minute. They're always here. They're always here. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp.
Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurp.
Yeah, so shout out to those guys. So shout out to those guys. So there's nothing I can do about it. Hold on. Do I got the fucking speaker connected? Oh, hold on. I don't got the speaker connected. Hold on. There's nothing I can do. These niggas is gonna be on my dick till they die.
Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurp, boom, boom. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp, boom, boom. Why do y'all think Jack Frost nuts is so delicious?
Oh Lord. Oh boy. Shout out to Team Slurp. Out there trying to force me to take a blowjob one mouth at a time. They trying to force me to take a blowjob one mouth at a time. Shout out to Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. Oh, Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. Higher! Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Team Slurp. They never gonna get off my dick. There's nothing I can do about it. This is just the way of life. This is just the way of life. I'm just a grown man that got so much swag. You doing it too? When the song gonna drop? Yo, I'm a nigga that got so much swag that I got grown men on my dick. Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. Tell me where the lie at. Tell me where the lie at. I'm a grown man that got so much sauce, I got other grown men on my dick. Tell me where the lie at. Tell me where the lie at. I'm here. I'm listening. Put it in the chat. Team Slurp. If y'all want to put it in the chat, y'all can try to explain y'all slurpiness. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity, slurpity, slurp. Oh, man. Yo, let's get something go to drop to the chat. Are you not having a good time this morning? Somebody put the Cash App in the chat. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. You not having a good time this fucking morning? How many people we got up in here? We got 75 people in here. Hit that like button so we can send out some notifications. We got 75 people in here. Hit that like button. Let's send out some notifications. We could get the likes up to, I don't know, 60? It's a slurp fest. These guys, you know what? You got to call these guys when you have a slurp plus. Team slurp, team slurp, team slurpity slurpity slurp. Come on, man. This shit is crazy. For real, for real. I said hit the like button. One person did. Y'all niggas is wrong. Only one of y'all hit the like button when I said let's hit the like button. God damn it. What? How many? How what? I really said let's hit the like button. One person hit the like button. Only one of you? Let me give me a like. God damn it. Give me, at least we get 2 more likes, right? What the fuck? Oh, I already gave a like. Let me go to another. I got another. I get 1 more like. God damn it. There we go. We got another like. That shit was bananas. There we go. I got another like out there. I was like, let's hit the like button. One person did. I'm like, God dang it. 1? Let's see what Team Slurp showed up. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Look, you talking about everything other than the content. I'm a content creator. If you come here, talk about the content. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. If you know anybody named Emmanuel Reyes or Manuel Reyes, pardon me, he's probably part of Team Slurp. Team Slurp love having Jack Frost nuts in their mouth. That's one of their #1 jabs. Yeah, that would be cool if they told you who liked the video. But, you know, they want to stray away from that anyway for whatever the reasons is. That's why they hide the dislikes. Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. They be like, what's going on with Jack? Did Jack get in a fight? What going on with Jack? Did Jack have a conversation? What going on with Jack? How many times did Jack wipe his ass? Yo, where do Jack live? What kind of shoes do Jack got? How many shoes do Jack got? What kind of socks do Jack wear? What color's Jack's hat? What size is Jack's hat? Team Slurp. Pay attention to them. Every single thing that they talk about is something to do with my personal life. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. All they do is come in here to talk about my personal life. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. Do they spit? I want to know. I don't even want to know if they spit on it first, as a matter of fact. I'm going to be quiet. I was going to say, I wonder if they spit on it first. I have no idea. They might. They might. You got to ask Team Slurp. They trying to make the slurp noises, so they might be spitting on it first. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. Team Slurp. I don't know what to tell you. Once they gonna come in here talking about my personal business in a minute. They gonna ask me about my family. They gonna ask me about where I'm living. It's Team Slurp. They don't never got nothing to say about the actual content because they can't have a conversation with me about the content because then we'll all know how stupid they are. So they have to try to talk to me about my personal life. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurp. Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. Team Slurp. If my content was actually bad, you don't think they'd be talking all day about how terrible my content is? It's not bad, and I'm usually right, so they can't say that. They can only hate on me for personal reasons that don't got nothing to do with BBN. Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurp, Team Slurpity Slurpity Slurp. They gotta get all the slurping-ins. The slurping-ins. We gotta get all the slurping-ins. Yo, y'all gotta understand, man. I never been on a nigga dick a day in my life. So all of this shit is new to me. Like, I've had people admire me, but I've never in my life had people admire me and then be so overtly jealous and envious. I've never had that in my life. Never. Like, never. My brother, but other than him, never. I've never had this. Usually, I invite everybody along for the ride. So usually, I've never had this. I invite everybody along for the ride. Now, on days when I invite people along for the ride, it just don't work out because I get sabotaged in, and they lead people to believe that I wasn't trying to do it, or I was lying, or I was faking. But in reality, they in the back sabotaging the thing. And then after they sabotage the thing, they come to the front and they say, "See, I told you Jack wasn't gonna do it. What am I gonna do about that?" Team Slurp. What am I gonna do about that? Somebody said something about NYC Mayor. I could talk about the NYC Mayor. NYC Mayor is starting new programs for the children of New York City, quite possibly allowing for kids to have somewhere to go after school. That's what they're trying to start up. That's something that's been put into place. He's actually been speaking about it with the governor. Pardon me. With Bronx Borough President, with the new Bronx Borough President. I forgot her last name. I believe her first name is Vanessa. They've actually been speaking about it. So I know that some of these programs is actually going to be extending into the Bronx. Now you add that with how they're trying to make policing. They're changing the way that we're doing policing for everybody that don't know. So there's a lot of things that's actually happening. For everybody that don't know, the New York City mayor used to be the head of the black police union that was called 100 officers, 100 black police officers or something like that. Shout out to Deep Lockett. He says Jake Frauds. He's dropping all of those frauds. He's also doing the Muskers. So in regard to that, that's what's going on in regard to that. So that's what Mayor Eric Adams is doing. And I'm always for funding the community. So if they're going to fund the community, I'm for that. I'm always for funding the community. I think we need to fund the community more often. I think that that's actually a problem in our communities, that we lack funding in communities. Like, they want to fund the police, okay, whatever, but how could we ever even have schools that need books? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. What up, James Thomas? James Thomas, I'm going to be contacting you today about the other thing. Like, how could we ever have schools that need books? I don't like the fact, just so we could be clear, I don't like the fact that, how do you say, we have, you have to buy your kids clothes for school. I don't like that. I think that parents should be given stipends every month or every 2 months, where they then go to some place and then they turn that in and they get the clothes for their kids. I don't think that if you're going to say that it's mandatory for children to wear certain clothes in school, that now parents are forced to buy those clothes. I think those clothes should be given out to the children. And for any parents that have a certain level of income, or it's really, really low, they should get extra clothes Just in general, even though it's still going to be the school clothes, they should get extra pairs of pants and extra shirts. This is just the way that I think that it should be done. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is the way I think it should be done. I think doing it like that is a win. I'm not sure how they're doing it yet. We have to hear more about their actual plan, but that's something that I would like to see them do. I don't want, parents shouldn't have to buy fucking school clothes. Also, I understand that there are a lot of people that's making real good money off of taking care of people's kids while they're at work. But I think that there needs to be something done where this money could be, because this is expensive. So I think our schools should be left open to a certain time of the day. Every single, especially public school, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about high schools as much. I'm talking about public schools, and I'm talking about junior high schools, but public schools specifically. All public schools should be left open to about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night every day. Period. For any kid that don't have nowhere to go. And there should also be some kind of meal service at that time of day for kids that's going to be there. This is a fact. We're talking about the next generation children. Like, how are we not doing this? You see, I come from a different... when I tell y'all how I was raised, y'all don't I get it. Niggas don't get it. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of this shit that I'm saying is because these are the things that I needed when I was a child. When I was a child, I needed clothes. I needed clothes to go to school. Okay, fuck it. I don't go nowhere. I don't need to go nowhere at home, but to go to school, I needed clothes. When I was a child, there was parts of my childhood where I didn't have food to eat. So I needed the school system. So we need to open that up more. We need to extend the school system. There was periods in my childhood where I was just abandoned and I didn't even have people to talk to. And during those summers where I was just left all by myself for like 2 months, 3 months, nobody even I seen no human beings. I was able to go to that school and play Connect 4 with other kids. And I was able to go to that school and have lunch. And I was able to go to that school and have breakfast during the summer. We need to increase those programs. Those are the programs that are saving lives. Those are the programs that's making these kids out here that their own families forgot about them, believe that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because those things existed, it allowed for me to keep my faith in God. I can't explain that no further. Because those mechanisms existed. That allowed for me to keep my faith in God. Shout out to Ernest Gibbs. He's the first kid that told me that our school was giving breakfast in the morning. Because I didn't even know that was a thing. And after I found that out, I didn't miss a breakfast. I promise you. Those are my 2 times to eat, breakfast and lunch. So when I'm talking about things that we need to change, I'm talking about it from the perspective of I experienced. I'm going to play this again. I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to this. This is a man much smarter than me talking. All right? Much smarter than me. This is the reason why we need to have our schools opened up a little bit longer, why we need funding to get more funding to these schools. This is the reason. I'm about to show y'all right now. Let me make sure the speaker's on the right jump off. Listen to what Dr. Boyce Watkins says. Okay, it's connected. Check this out. Listen to what Dr. Boyce Watkins says. And just so we can be clear, this is literally everything that I'm saying whenever I try to explain to you my childhood. This is literally what I'm saying. And this is why this shit resonates with me so much. Listen to what Dr. Boyce Watkins says.
A lot of people don't care about their kids. Now, a lot of people love their kids, but they don't care about their kids. Now, what's the difference? Well, I can love a car. I can love this jacket. I can love the weather, right? But that doesn't mean I care about this jacket. If this jacket gets destroyed, I'm just going to replace and get a new one. If my car gets wrecked, I get a new car. So I love the car, but I don't care about the car. Well, what does it mean to care about something? Caring about something means that you're willing to make a sacrifice for that thing. It's more selfless. It means I'm going to do what's necessary to make sure you're well off, even if it's not in my best interest. Like my mother used to say, Even if you hate me, even if you don't like me, I'm going to do what's required to make sure I raise you right and teach you right so that you can succeed in this world. A lot of people, when you look at the way, for example, people cut the child off from the other parent, those are people who might love their kids, but I don't know if they care about their kids. Or parents who keep their kids too close to where they can't be independent. You love your child because you need them, but do you really care about your child? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd like to hear what you think. Peace.
Literally what I've been trying to explain to y'all for the longest. Literally. That's my issue. Alright? Your child's happiness is important. Please stop having children and thinking that whether your child is happy or not, it's not important. Your child's happiness is important. Steve, please stop having children and putting your child's happiness last. Y'all don't know the damage you're doing. You don't know the pain that that child is feeling every single time that child sees that everything else is more important than them. You don't know the pain you're doing. You don't know the scarring that you're doing. You can't know. You can't even understand how evil it actually is to have a child and then decide that you're not going to give your child any affection. To have a child and decide that you're not going to give your child any type of actual care. I was abandoned at 8. And those same people that abandoned me are now trying to convince you that they care about me. Let that sit for a minute. Just let that sit with you for a minute. Just let that sit with you. Especially after you just heard what Dr. Boyce Wackman said. Somebody that's way more intelligent than I am. Let that sit with you for a minute. Victimizing me twice. Over and over and over and over and over. Victimizing me. Over and over again. I just got to sit here and just be strong. Because I ain't got no other choice. The world is a fickle place. What we talking about? Put it in the chat. Admins, from now on, if anybody ever comes in here and asks me personal things, just kick them. I'll pay attention after the fact and see if it was worth kicking them or not. Just kick them. Let me unkick them if they deserve to be unkicked. Period. Just kick them. Yeah, just kick them. I got a question. Listen, I got a question. I got a question. I do not understand this chick. Like, there's this chick, right? Okay, so I was going to say something totally different. Let me get to that in 2 seconds. What up, Tori Mosley? There's this chick, right? And she is legitimately gorgeous. Like, legitimately gorgeous. Like, legitimately attractive, legitimately gorgeous. But there's just something about her. I just am not interested. She just does not have enough sore features. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in the middle about it. Shout out to her. Her name is Real Soul Candy on Instagram. She's a cutie. Maybe because she feels like she's taller than me, and I'm not really into chicks taller than me. I don't know. Just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to work it out. What y'all want to talk about? What up, Tori Mosley? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, my brother? What up, Chalice full of Kush? A lot of people left this channel because they think that I had a problem with them, and I never had a problem with them. It was just other people telling them that I had a problem with them, and I never had a problem with them. So a lot of times people either pop up or whatever, and they might think that I have issues with them, and they want to see whether I never had an issue with. There was literally only 3 people before all of this new bullshit started. There was literally only 3 people that I had a beef with. And then that's before Team Slurp jumped into the shit. There was literally only 3 people, and I keep telling everybody that, but nobody just never believes me. Literally, all of my problems, none of my problems would exist if people just believed me when I spoke. And because I'm literally not lying. I'm literally telling you the truth. If people just believed me when I spoke, none of my problems would, very few of my problems would exist. I would have very few problems. Just nobody don't ever believe me. This shit is crazy. Tori Mosley says, do Knicks have a chance for them to play in at the 10th seed? No, not to win the championship. The Knicks are so far removed from a championship, I don't know what to tell you. They was just talking about giving this dude a max, should they give this dude a max contract the other day? Barnett. That nigga just played 1 season halfway good, and we talking about giving him a max contract? Why? This is the Knicks' problem. When we get good players, we don't care about them enough. We had Carmelo Anthony. We should have cared about him more. We didn't care about him enough. People wanted Carmelo Anthony to do all of the things to win the game, but they didn't want to put that love into Carmelo Anthony for him for those moments that he was weak. Like, when you great at something, you got your moments where you weak, and the thing that helps bring that energy back is the love of your community or the people that you got around you. That wasn't the situation with Carmelo Anthony, because when you come play for the Knicks, the fans rather boo you than applaud you. So I don't expect the Knicks to probably ever win another championship, to be honest with you, because it's hard as hell to win when you're in an environment where people are just dogging you. How you expect somebody to win the championship when their own fans is booing them? That's not going to happen. And if you're going to boo somebody every single time they make a mistake, like, what the fuck? That's crazy. So, nah, the Knicks is never going to win the championship. And I just explained why. It has nothing to do with who they got on the team. It has nothing to do with nothing else. It's very hard to play in front of people who all they do is criticize your every step. It's damn near impossible to be successful. J Mill says the Knicks not making the 10th seed. They like 7 games behind the Hawks. I don't think it matters if they make the 10th seed. They just... when I realized that, I just stopped watching it. I stopped watching Knicks games. I used to watch every single Knicks game. I used to watch the Knicks game while we was doing lives. Like, I'd be doing the live and have the Knicks game on in the background. If you see some of the lives from back in the day, you hear me talking about the Knicks game. When I realized it's just impossible, and I realized that when I started doing the lives here, and I started seeing how much more difficult it was how much easier it was to work when we had people in the comments that was being productive with me, and how much harder it was for the show when all of the people, or not all of the people in the chat, but the majority of the people that are commenting have negative comments. It's just more difficult. It just is. It don't got shit to do with how mentally tough you are. It don't got shit to do with how mentally strong you are. It don't got shit to do with none of that. It's just more difficult. Shout out to Tori Mosley joining the green team again. He says, BBN gang. Yeah, I read J Mill comment. Shout out to J Will. So yeah, it's just more difficult. When I realized that is when I said I'm not gonna waste my time watching Knicks games no more. How the fuck we expect the Knicks to win and the fans are gonna boo them more than they're gonna cheer them? How you expect them to win? How you expect somebody to do good if 90% of the time or more than not you're putting negative energy into the situation. How do you expect that situation? So Knicks ain't never gonna win. It just ain't gonna happen until our fans or the people that actually show up. They need to stop. They need to rip. Okay, so the problem is this: the Garden tickets are so high. The people that would be cheering the Knicks ain't in the building. Copy? The people that would be in the crowd cheering the Knicks on, they're not in the building. The tickets are too high. What the Knicks need to do is they need to make a lot of tickets extremely cheap so they could get the fans in the arena that is going to cheer their asses off instead of only have the fans in there that's millionaires and billionaires, and when the Knicks do great plays or when the Knicks do a good play, they clap instead of yeah. See, that's the difference. When you do a good play, if your fans jump off the ground and cheer like a bananas for a good play, that's going to encourage you to do more great plays. When you do a good play and you just get this right here, that motivation ain't there. Everybody keep thinking that people are motivated by failure. People are motivated by success. Stop letting people lie to you. The people that want you to believe people are motivated by failure more than success are the people that don't want other niggas to make it also, or people that just don't know how to make it. People are motivated by success. If you live a life only doing enough not to drown, you're never gonna learn how to swim. What the fuck? God damn it, he threw it on that guy something retarded. And then he looked at him. The dude walked over and tried to give him a hand, a dap or some shit. Now, what guy look at dude and dude is gonna like walk, some dude is gonna walk over like try to give him dap. One more time. Why this niggas got the back of their jersey? Oh, he was, yeah, it was him that got dunked on. He's the ringer too. He dunked it on the ringer nigga. That nigga's the nigga that just got is he the ringer nigga or the extra nigga? He can't be the ringer. That was terrible basketball. Tori Mosley says, same thing here in Texas. Jerry Jones knows we'll sell out every game no matter what they do. But at least they try to get a team that could compete. The Knicks don't even get a team that could compete. And also, just so we could be clear, Jerry Jones is trying to get a team that could compete. The Knicks, we can't even get people. Basketball players are different from football players. Basketball players don't want to play in front of a crowd fucking 41 games out of the year. 39 games out of the year, your own fans, and they probably gonna boo you. Then you gotta go on a roll where you definitely gonna get booed. Football's only 16 games, homie. Just think about it like that. You got 41 games at home. You're gonna get booed most of the time you at home because y'all niggas ain't shit. And even if you did well, your fans prefer to boo you over cheer you. How do you expect to, like, so, you know, niggas is backwards. That's why I always keep trying to tell people, you can't dick ride your friends. You understand? You can't dick ride your friends. Your friends you can't dick ride. That's why they're Team Slurp. They hate me and they stay over here. Dick riding me. You can't dick ride your friends. You're supposed to dick ride your friends. That's a better way to put it. You're supposed to support your friends like crazy. Whenever your friends' name, content, or anything come up, you're supposed to be, yes, yes, all wins. Stop fucking with these niggas that's trying to tell you you're supposed to figure out where you're not supposed to be supportive of if you're a real friend. What kind of shit is that? I heard somebody say something that was so real. The nigga, crazy nigga, he ain't got too much talent, but y'all love him. Some people love him. Who's that nigga that made Old Town Road, that one good song he made? The nigga said, yo, in order to make it, you got to be delusional. Because you got to believe shit that other niggas don't see. And then I'm thinking about that. And literally every single person who's made it talks about how they had to be delusional. How that was a key component of them getting from point A to point B. them believing things that other people did not believe. The next time you hear somebody call somebody else delusional, you should probably look at that differently. Message. This is real talk. He said it at the award show for anybody that's going to say that I'm lying, by the way. He said it at the latest award show he just won an award at. For anybody that's, because you know, people want to say I'm lying. He said it literally at the award show. I should have let people wait until people said I was lying first, right? I think I should have waited till somebody called me a liar. Because they say I lie about everything anyway, right? So I should have just waited. It would have took 2 seconds. Team slurp, team slurp, team slurpity, slurpity, slurp, team slurp. So these people are all dressed up like.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Andy's coming! Andy's coming!
They were dressed up like Toy Story going to do something. So some random person yelled out, "Andy's coming." So the majority of them jumped on the floor because they toys. Andy's coming. We got to get down, you rat bastard. But the one person that didn't do it, and this is why only reason why I'm showing y'all, the one person that didn't do it was the main motherfucker, the cowboy nigga. I forgot his name. He the only nigga that didn't do it. Like, what the fuck? You the main nigga. How you ain't with it? I'm gonna let y'all go. And definitely appreciate y'all. Pull up tonight. We gonna have Saloon tonight. We do Saloon tonight. Who pulling up? We doing Saloon tonight. Who pulling up? We gonna do the Saloon tonight. If y'all want Saloon, I'm gonna let y'all go. Just go enjoy your day. Have a beautiful day. I'm hungry. I need to go get some lunch. Probably gonna have a hamburger today. I've been putting hamburgers off for the last couple of days. I'm probably gonna go get a hamburger today. Because I've been wanting a hamburger, but I've been like, that beef, you gotta stop eating red meat every day. So I've been steering clear of the red meat every day. Steer clear of the red meat every day. We gotta be a little bit more mindful. I gotta get a blender. As soon as I get a blender, I'm gonna start making some kind of like juice every day. Like that. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. Salute to Liberty Hazelton. Smoking section. People have been trying to pull up into the smoking section, but smoking section is currently off limits. Lakers on, just, you know, the owners ain't there. Lakers on tonight, so I'll see. All right, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the show should be about tonight. It's been a real slow weekend. So if anybody got any ideas for what the show should be about tonight, DM me. I want to know what y'all think the show should be about tonight. Also, I want to start every Saturday. I want to start having a rap battle. So I want to know who we should have rap battling next Saturday. I want to have a rap battle every Saturday. When we have rap battles on Saturday, remember, those are the best days. If anybody want to get their music played, all you got to do is contact me on DMs, Instagram. Saturday is the best day to get your music played. What else I wanted to say real quick? Pull up tonight. Everybody pull up tonight. We're going to go... yes, please. Liberty Hazelton usually got some good ideas, especially when it comes to the health stuff. Definitely, please. I definitely miss you. How's the new editions doing? Hope the new editions is doing well. Not just, you know, the bib is, but also, you know, the other new edition. With that being said, I gotta go though. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm really hungry. I have not decided what I'm gonna eat yet. We're gonna figure it out. With that being said, please just go do something good today. Remember, whenever we doing our best, whenever we're helping the next person be the best person that they could be in that moment, we being the best person that we could be. So go out there and be great. Like, comment, subscribes. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I get on this one. I'm out.